you are one of those lucky people that can travel anywhere.
Yes, ma'am, I know.
And they sometimes call you nomads.
My mom says that you're homeless. Is that true?
No, I'm not homeless. I'm just houseless. Not the same thing, right?
No.
My husband worked at the USG mine in Empire. I was a substitute teacher.
It is a tough time right now. You may want to consider early retirement.
I need work. I like work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome to Badlands Spa. What the Nomads are doing is not that different than what the pioneers did.
You gotta make the hole bigger.
I think Fern's part of an American tradition. Oh, he's gonna come right through the glass. My dad used to say, what's remembered lives. I maybe spent too much of my life just remembering.
One of the things I love most about this life is that there's no final goodbye. I've met hundreds of people out here, and I don't ever say a final goodbye. Let's just say I'll see you down the road. And I do. I see them again. And I can be certain in my heart I'll see you again.
Oh gosh. Hello.
Hi.
You got me there, Sam. That's pretty good. Hello everyone. I'm Stuart Landon.
And I'm Sammi Leigh Melville.
And this is Scotch and Cinema.
Cinema.
Yeah, we're great. We're really good at that. We practiced all day long. So y'all, welcome to our second ever web show. I'm taking off my shoes. I felt like I needed to take off my shoes right now, and I don't know why. I haven't even had a drink.
Announce it too.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, it looks weird. Like, what is he doing? The anyway. So the at any rate, we are so excited to bring you our 6th episode, our second web show version of it. And we're coming to you not live from Midtown Cinema, which is where we're from, but Sammi and I both work for Midtown Cinema. And we've got a big old show for you of Scotch and Cinema today. Big old show, let me just tell you. But we are coming to you live from Open Stage. So much to talk about. But we're coming to you live from Open Stage in downtown Harrisburg, and we're so thankful for them to lend their space and their equipment to us so we can live stream this show to all of you. Wow. Oh my gosh, the nominations came out today, but we'll talk about that later, I guess. That was
Getting ahead of ourselves.
I know, it was a big day though. It's a big day for the movies.
It is very exciting.
Yeah, it really, really is. So, Sam, what are you drinking today?
I am drinking Ardbeg Ugadile, which is my favorite.
Say that 3 times fast.
Ardbeg Ugadile. Ardbeg Ugadile. I'm not going to say it that many times.
All right. I am going to be drinking some Glenfiddich. I am. Glenfiddich 12.
Oh, wait. I'm going to
What?
cheers.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Cheers. This is
Very
not good.
unsatisfying clink. No.
Yeah, it's fine. It probably sounds better on the internet. Speaking of the internet, everybody who is in our chat room, please feel free to state your case or your opinions when it comes to Oscar nominations, et cetera, et cetera. Please enjoy yourselves in the chat room. And if you have any questions for Sam and myself, please put them in there. And our producer, the wonderful and fantastic Adam Porter, will help us along and maybe bring your questions up on the screen. Did you try it? Is it just as good as you remembered it?
Of course.
Uh-huh.
It's actually, the last time I had it, it tasted different. So I am happy that it doesn't taste different this time. I don't know. Someone told me that apparently your palate can change even throughout the day. So
that makes sense.
Fun fact.
Yeah.
So
seriously, fun fact.
Cheers.
Cheers indeed. So we last show introduced this idea that we might want to chat about some questions that we consistently get at Midtown Cinema. And we're having a grand old time with our private events, with our private screenings. But what I do know is that we get some pretty common questions now, and some of these have been around for many, many years. So yeah. So I wonder if we might. So I think the first question that perhaps we want to answer is, can I rent a theater for a new movie? You know? Yeah, it's a good question, don't you think, Sam? It is, in fact. So we have these private screenings.
We get that a lot, actually. A lot of people want to come in and see stuff that's just come out, or just stuff that's been out for only a couple months. So.
Yeah. So in case you didn't know, Midtown Cinema in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is doing these private screenings. So many indie theaters are doing this, so please support your local indie theater if you're not watching from Harrisburg. But we are doing these private screenings for groups of 10 or less, and I think it's really been fun. Is that a weird thing to say?
No, it's so much fun. I mean, you're going out with your pot of people, and you get to, go out of the house, but also still remain as safe as can be.
And actually, I was joking with some people yesterday that sometimes the groups they're wandering around, looking around the space, because of course we just went for renovations last year. Hardly anyone has seen them because we weren't open. And then we reopened in the fall with these private screenings, so it's only these groups that are seeing it. So it's like a newborn fawn, like teetering around, looking at all of the things and also they haven't been out of the house for so long, right? So that's a big one too.
It's great to see people excited to being social, I guess.
Absolutely. So getting back to the question at hand. So you can rent a slew of movies that we have on our website. But yes, the answer is you most likely can rent a new movie. And specifically, I have two that I think you should rent the theater out, for which you should rent the theater out. And the first one is what we talked about last week, which is Minari. Beautiful film.
It's so big.
Absolutely. Yes, I mean, I gave it 3 fingers. Sam gave it 2.5, and it is just lovely. Please watch Minari any way you can. Would love it if it was. I would love it if you watched it at Midtown Cinema, but if you watch it at home, I'll forgive you. Secondly, you should consider watching Nomads. Yeah, thank you. Did you catch that? You like that? No. The film should be seen, but it really should be seen on the big screen, don't you think, Sam?
It was beautiful on the big screen, so we snuck in and watched it.
Yeah, we might have. So the other one is that we can also rent out a screen for Nomadland, which is really exciting. So please, which we'll talk more about that movie later. So please, yes, the answer is most likely we could probably get that newer movie. Can we get a brand new movie every time? No, but we might be able to get the new-ish movies, and we definitely can get those two. I tell you right now. Next question. I don't have 9 friends. When will public screenings happen? Someone actually asked me this. I'm so sorry. They were joking too, but so it's $99 for a member or $129 for a non-member, and it's for a group of 10 or less. So this person was joking with me, but it's a really interesting question, don't you think, Sam?
Yeah, well, actually, we do have a lot of people who come in for date nights. So if you have just one special friend, then that's all. Or just yourself, like, it's fine. You can come in and just watch a movie by yourself. For those who don't have any friends, you can still treat yourself. Just an FYI.
Oh my gosh, you certainly can. And or if it just so happens that your disease cluster, your pod is not very large, I get it, I understand. And yeah, but you could still rent out the theater for just you, or you and like Sam said, a special friend, or a group of 3. It does not have to be 10. So, but to answer the other part of the actual question,
date. I'm sorry.
Right, Sam. When will public screenings happen? It's a really good question. We are looking at our options. Right now, we're thinking mid-May that we might dabble, dipping our toes in there. Not exactly sure it might happen. It might happen earlier. I actually had a great conversation today with our film buyer, who is out of Massachusetts, and she had a lot of new information for us. So, Sam, I'll give you an update after the show. But it is, yeah. So there's lots of cool stuff happening. The industry is obviously in turmoil, but it's also ever evolving. So we might have information soon. But at the very least, I think we can safely say at the latest we're looking at mid-May, unless, life gets real shitty. Which hopefully does not. Right, exactly.
No shitty life, please.
No shitty life. I love that. That's toast to that. Right, here we go. Clink, clink. So the no shitty life. The third question that we have for today is this 0 day? And I wonder, Sam, if you might explain.
So before we did renovations, 0 day was in the back of the building and through a different entrance. And we had everyone and their brother coming into our doors asking, is this 0 day? Looking for 0 day. Now, to be fair, we've also been told that people would go into 0 day looking for the cinema. A lot of people ask that question. But now 0 day is in our lobby. So people still walk in and ask where 0 day is, but they're right there, guys. You can come in and get a beer and just drink in the movie.
You can drink in the movie. You can take your burr and bring it to see the flick. It's so good. There's a fly in my room, in my office. There's a fly in here, and it is mesmerizing. If it was Sam in charge of that fly would be real dead right now, because Sam kills all the flies.
It's the only animal I can't stand. I'm sorry. I feel bad about it. Does that count for something? Flies make me murderous.
Flies make me murderous. And with that, I would like to introduce. We got through all the questions, right? Yeah, we did. And so I would like to introduce our first segment of the day. It's a new segment. We like to call it Oscar Bait.
Stuart.
What? What?
Hi, internet.
Is that not the? Did you? Okay.
It's spelled with an IT at the end. Just.
Oh. Let's just. Hey, Adam, would you roll that again just to make sure I didn't misspell it?
Stuart.
Hey, I'm sorry. The program I use, the graphic, it doesn't spell check. It's just, yeah, it's. You're right. I'm sorry. It should be Oscar Bait. I get it. At any rate.
Oh my God.
We had a big day in the movies today. I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to shift them. I don't even.
Do it. No.
Okay. All right. Let's get it together. We're going to talk about nominations today. Okay. Nominations, Oscar nominations, previous Oscar bait that now is just everywhere, out in the open. It was a big day. So anyway, okay, hold on. I've got some things I want to say. So first of all, there are Mank leads the Oscar nominations today with 10 folks. Count them, 10. But there are so many firsts. And there's the first Asian American lead actor, Stephen Yun for Minari. The first Muslim leading actor, Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal. The first woman of color for Best Director, Chloé's Zhao. It took 93 years, but finally, this is the first time ever more than one woman was nominated for Best Director in the same year. Congrats to Chloé Zhao and Emerald Fennell.
We did it, guys.
We did it.
We still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go, but at least
my God,
it's starting to diversify.
Yes,
so that's fine.
More on that. Yeah, more on that in a second. So 2 films up for Best Screenplay and Best Picture that highlight the Black Panther Party. So that's amazing. I mean, seriously, Sam, how far we have come since here's a question. How far have we come since #Oscars So White?
Do you want me to answer that? Well,
yes, it's not rhetorical.
I think we're putting in effort.
Yeah, that's good.
There are a lot of snubs that I feel like could have still been included. There's only 8 Best Picture nominations, which there can be up to 10. And there were several contenders that just completely snubbed. So, I don't know if you have up to 10 options.
I know, but you're right. It's 5 to 10. This is the last year where we could be 5 to 10 nominations, and they didn't go to 10. And you're right. You're absolutely right. So let's get to the snubs in just a second. But
okay,
I do want to celebrate. No. It's very smart. But I would say that something to celebrate would be. And maybe it's not even a celebration. It's like, I'll say bittersweet, maybe, but it's the first Black producing team for Judas and the Black Messiah. So that's really cool.
That's really cool.
And I think what I'll say is that I think that the Academy has put effort in to induct new members in all of the different categories. I mean, the old guard is definitely there. I mean, look at Mank. Hollywood freaking loves movies about Hollywood. So Hollywood, hence see, there you go, Oscar bait. Anyway, so but David Fincher did a really good job. This old Hollywood, beautiful drama, it had the 10 nominations, count them, 10. And then in second place with 5, second place was for 5 films. The Father with Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman. The fantastic Korean immigrant drama Minari. Frances McDormand led Nomadland. And then Riz Ahmed starrer Sound of Metal, and Aaron Sorkin's The Trial of the Chicago 7. All of them got 6 nominations, and Ma Rainey got 5. This is so weird, Sam, because normally this is very unusual for the nominations to be spread evenly across so many different films. I mean, we have a really strong slate of films this year, don't you think?
Wait, did you say Ma Rainey got nominated?
For 5 different categories.
Oh, 5. Okay, I thought you meant for Best Picture.
No. It's just
already
it's the number of nominations. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
She's had 3 sips, folks. So, but here we go. So the ding, so it's just an unusual year. I mean, the fact that everything's kind of spread around.
To be fair, there were a lot less films out this year.
Released, right? Yeah,
yeah.
Less films were released. That is true. That's true.
But there were some good films. So.
Oh yeah, really good films. Yeah. So let's go ahead, and you started talking about it, which is fine. But okay, so you were talking about the snubs. What do you think? And I think you and I are on the same page about this. Oh, all right. So yes, in our opinions, what were the biggest Oscar snubs for picture, director, actress, and actor? What were seriously? Okay, so Sam, you mentioned earlier that you had some opinions. I think you and I are on the same page when it comes to one of the largest snubs. Go ahead and name your snubs now.
Okay. Well, so this is a snub for both director and for Best Picture, I think. Regina King with One Night in Miami, which she deserves a nomination for that. Just put that out into the world.
Right. The pacing of that film, it's like a heartbeat. She absolutely deserves something. Anyway, go ahead. Yes.
No, it's just phenomenal. And they did a really good job about getting women on the ballot this year, but this was a no-brainer for me. So right. I was very confused about that one. So that the Five Bloods for Best Picture was not nominated.
It was not nominated.
Yeah.
And Delroy Lindo was also overlooked. The thing is that I'm thinking back about like Spike Lee's Black Klansman, which I freaking love that too. The thing is that this
should have won.
Right?
Should have won.
I don't disagree. It was you know what it was? It was a movie that felt you made weird. No. Made you feel weird. Wow. I've only had, wow.
It's more Scotch than I am.
Yeah. It made you feel weird. I think that, anyway, we could talk about that on another show. Maybe after this year's Oscar. I did too. And I love the Five Bloods. So the thing is that honestly, I agree with you. There was definitely a snub there. And also, Chadwick Boseman was nominated for Best Actor for Ma Rainey, R.I.P. And there was some speculation that he might be nominated for Supporting Actor in The Five Bloods, but of course that was not meant to be. So that was, I don't know if that's a big snub, but I would say that's close. Go ahead, Sam.
Well, speaking of Ma Rainey, the film was also snubbed for Best Picture. So that one made me really sad. Also,
one of the greatest works of American drama adapted to the cinema is not nominated. I'm sorry. What's going on? Anyway,
you had two other slots. 2 slots.
You had 2 spots. You had a way to do this, and you didn't do it. So, in addition to Regina King, I also believe that Aaron Sorkin should have been nominated for Best Director for The Trial of the Chicago 7. So, I mean, honestly, he has an Oscar for The Social Network, and he was, but he was really overlooked for for the trial of the Chicago 7. I think he was nominated. Wasn't he nominated for screenplay? I'm so sorry. I just flew it on my head. Yes, it was. Yes, it is. But it's just yeah, as you should. But I just it's a masterful film. He is an amazing writer, but he's also an amazing director. And I said this last week. He's a darling of Hollywood in so many ways, but I don't know if it includes his direction. But
he's I think in terms of the darlingness, it is with his writing. But I mean, he still does a really good job directing things too. So.
Oh yeah. So real quick,
I have another.
Judas.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you first.
Oh, I think you were probably going to talk about the same thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I wanted to talk about Judas and the Black Messiah too, because I thought something was super interesting.
Yeah, Best Picture, original screenplay, acting nominations, but.
So here's the weird thing. So Lakeith Stanfield was nominated for supporting actor. Daniel Kaluuya.
We have a different thing. Go ahead. Yeah.
Different things. We're talking about two different things. Okay. And then Kaluuya was nominated for lead actor, which is interesting to me because apparently Warner Brothers was campaigning for the opposite. So they wanted Stanfield as the lead actor and Kaluuya as the supporting actor. So I don't think that's a snub necessarily because they're both nominated, so that's good. But it's just interesting choice of which role. It was a little switcheroo.
I mean, let's just think about Jennifer. Okay, real quick, Jennifer Hudson. Let's just think back many years ago. This happens a lot where distributors nominate or campaign to get their folks nominated in particular categories. And Jennifer Hudson played Effie in Dreamgirls.
You know what, though? I think that's... Sorry.
Effie is the lead of Dreamgirls.
Yep.
Don't tell a gay man that Effie is not the lead of gay... Anyways, sorry.
No, it's interesting because there's the difference between the main character and the protagonist. And this is me being a little writer nerd, but there's a difference between those two things. And a lot of people don't see the difference. They just think that they're the same. So people are like, oh, there's two main characters or there's two protagonists. But they can be different characters. So I don't know if that necessarily was the deciding factor, but you know your story stuff. That's all I'm saying. But
so
I'm curious.
Go ahead.
That's all I'm curious.
So the other thing that I was going to say about it was you had Best Picture, original screenplay, acting nominations, but apparently the movie directed its effing self because Shaka King was nowhere to be found.
Yes, also a snub. What the hell?
Anyway,
did an amazing job. Clearly, if the film is getting that many nominations,
right?
But whatever. Sorry,
also,
Shaka.
yes, exactly. But also, so The Father earned nominations for Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman, but Florian Zeller was. Oh wait, hold on. The Father also got Best Picture nominated. So apparently Florian Zeller didn't direct the film, and Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman directed the film. I mean, not terribly surprising, but yes. No, it did. What in the world? I don't understand. This happens every single year where it just doesn't line up. And maybe I'm also, because I direct theater, I don't understand how you separate direction from film. How, Sam, in 50 words or less, what?
Oh man, that's a challenge.
but you know what I mean, though. It's just like, if somebody badly directs something, is it just happenstance that the performances are good or the film is good?
So I will try to be brief about this. This is my
50
personal
words.
opinion. Okay, so there are a couple factors. Number one, I feel like the Oscars are really good about nominating for Best Picture. It's not necessarily about all the different pieces combined or the technical aspects. It's about the importance to society or the impact that it has on viewers, or like that kind of. It's more like the general feel or like the impact. So maybe that's where the difference between director is a very technical look at like this person took all of these different pieces and orchestrated them together and made, and this is way more than 50 words. And so maybe that's the difference in people's alignments, is it's like director is more technical and Best Picture is more like feel and emotion. Also though, there are things that if you think of Best Picture as like, oh, it has to be like, maybe there are some people who think of it as like checking off as many boxes as possible. And if they get a certain amount of checks, then, oh yeah, that could be counted as Best Picture. But there are some categories that may not have been as strong in. And so when you look at the Best Director, it's not about necessarily checking off all the boxes, but how you use those boxes together. And it's just a weird. Oh, it's
I think no, that's not weird. I think that's a very smart way of putting it. Real quick before we move on from snubs, I would say that a couple of things I wanted to say was that Helena Zengel, who won a Golden Globe. Who scored a Golden Globe and SAG nomination in News of the World, didn't make the Oscar cut. That, of course, is... right. And then Tom Hanks, who also... Tom Hanks didn't... Yeah, Tom Hanks didn't...
Tom Hanks, I love you.
Yeah. So one quick person I did want to... There's actually several others, but I will say that... okay, I'm going to say two. First of all, Michelle Pfeiffer was amazing in French Exit. I liked the film a lot. I didn't love the film, but I thought Michelle Pfeiffer was a delight and so smart in the film. And I can't believe that she was not nominated. I believe she should have been. And Glenn Close, who scored both an Oscar nomination and a Razzie nomination for Hillbilly Elegy.
For the same movie.
Yes.
What?
Same movie. Yep. But her co-star, Amy Adams, was not nominated for an Oscar. And I don't think and the world understands. I love Amy Adams.
Amy Adams is great.
Like, she can cry like that. That was a terrible snap. What's wrong with my snapper? All right.
Well, you'll have to fix your snapper later because we gotta go move on.
We do have to move on. We certainly do. And we're going to move on celebrating a little video that Sam made, lifting up all of the sci-fi movies that we have to offer at Midtown Cinema right now for a private screening. So let's roll that tape.
My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
All those moments will be lost in time like tears in rain.
At the funeral of the old man, unknown to his mourners, his dead wife was watching.
Right here.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to be. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Get away from her, you bitch!
I said stop.
Of a dead planet. Buried alive. Buried alive.
Now that is a Samantha Melville edit right there.
Can't not end on con.
Oh, certainly not. Bad news, I have to say, folks. Star Trek Wrath of Khan is no longer able to be played. I just heard about that today.
What?
I know. I just heard from our film buyer that it is out. It is out. It is no longer available.
Right.
I don't know why. You're just gonna
like in cryostasis or something.
That is Star Wars.
No, what Khan he gets like put to sleep or whatever. Maybe that was in the show.
Is it? I'm pretty sure. Is it? I thought that cryostasis was Star Wars. I'm not.
I don't know what the name is of it, but it's a thing when like. I'm pretty sure that Khan was frozen at one point. Am I wrong? I thought that was like how he came back for the movie.
I have watched approximately 30 episodes of Discovery since then, and my brain is blending the whole. It's amazing. It's like in a very positive way. I am having this. I feel like I am experiencing all the lovely, like endorphins, because I am re-experiencing Star Trek again after watching all the films as a child, after watching Enterprise as a child, or Enterprise. I did not watch Enterprise as a child. I am not that young. I was the Next Generation, but. My partner and I just started watching Discovery a few weeks ago, and holy crap. Anyway, so I have no idea.
If anybody is watching right now who's a Star Trek fan, please comment about whether I'm right or not. I just want someone to tell me if I'm right. I want to be told I'm right.
You're probably right, Sam. You normally are.
I'm always
so. Oh my gosh!
I'll stop being cocky now, but.
Oh my gosh! Okay, anyway. So no. So we are moving on to. To our next. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we move on to our next segment, I wanted to talk a little bit about our offerings at Midtown Cinema. We are currently doing a few things, and one of them is, of course, our private rentals. You can go to midtowncinema.com/rent, and that will get you our complete list of films that are available right now. For private rentals, it's for groups of 10 or less. In addition to that, you also could stop by the cinema on many Friday or Saturday nights for what we like to. What was that?
I want people to visit me.
Visit Sam. And what is it called what is it called when we bring people in for to-go concessions, Sam? We named it a cute name. There it is.
But you can buy things other than popcorn. It's okay. That's allowed. Like that. In case you don't know what popcorn looks like.
I mean, I took that picture. That took a lot of sculpting. I didn't touch the popcorn, everybody. So, John, Tierney just posted. Adam, put it up here. It's John Tierney. Sam's correct. Of course she is.
Thank you, John. I needed the ego boost.
I could have sworn that was not I thought that was a Star Wars thing. What is it called in Star Wars? I don't know.
I mean, it might be called the same thing. Maybe.
Cryostasis, probably. No, it's not, because he's trapped in the carbon something, which is what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
that's
I
the
don't
post. Anyway, so I don't know. I love them both so much. Anyway.
Not enough to know what it's called, Stuart.
Hey. All right. So we're going to move on to our next segment because Sam is always right. And this one's called Give 'em the Fingers.
Just for those of you who weren't here last week, we're not actually going to give you the finger unless that's something that you want.
No. We don't do that. Even if wanted.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry. But what the fingers are is it's a measurement. So how much scotch you want is usually measured in fingers. So you can say, oh, I really like that scotch. I'd like 3 fingers or 2 fingers. I guess 3 fingers is not like a standard, but we added 3 to our measurement.
Oh, no, it definitely is because and you know what?
Next 1 and 2.
Well, I'll tell you, 4 and 5 are also measurements.
What? We've been doing this wrong.
I'm saying, like life, we've been doing life wrong.
Well, should we go off of 5 fingers? The 5
No. This all wrong. No. I think the 1, 2, and 3 fingers is a logical amount. I'm pretty sure that 4 and 5 fingers is just for those drunks. So
also, it's not about how much scotch you need to watch the movie. It's about how much, as if the film was a scotch, and how much you would want of it.
Absolutely. This week, we watched Nomadland. And I know that Sam and I might differ on our opinions. So I'm looking forward to that. But before we move on, Adam, would you go ahead and play the trailer for Nomadland?
You are one of those lucky people that can travel anywhere.
Yes, ma'am, I know.
And they sometimes call you nomads.
My mom said that you're homeless. Is that true?
No, I'm not homeless. I'm just houseless. Not the same thing, right?
No.
My husband worked at the USG mine in Empire. I was a substitute teacher.
It is a tough time right now. You may want to consider early retirement.
I need work. I like work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome to Badlands Spa.
What the Nomads are doing is not that different than what the pioneers did.
Gotta make the hole bigger.
I think Fern's part of an American tradition.
Oh, he's gonna come right through the glass.
My dad used to say, what's remembered lives. I maybe spent too much of my life just remembering.
One of the things I love most about this life is that there's no final goodbye. I've met hundreds of people out here, and I don't ever say a final goodbye. Let's just say I'll see you down the road. And I do. I see them again. And I can be certain in my heart, I'll see you again.
All right.
All
So,
teary-eyed over there.
I am getting teary-eyed. I honestly cried several times in the film, I have to say. And I think that Frances McDormand has once again captured my heart, captured a character in a way that I could not have ever predicted. And then I also, speaking of predictions, I will say that I was blown away. So I have to admit, I read absolutely nothing about Nomadland before watching it. Nothing. Aside from that Frances McDormand is in it, and I would allow her to read me the phone book to lull me to sleep. So or perhaps I wouldn't go to sleep because Frances McDormand was in my room. But it was, yeah. I mean, that's fair, right? But it was not until the entire film, I would say it is an unsettling film in many ways. And I didn't know why I felt unsettled. And it wasn't until I saw the cast list. So everybody, spoilers. If you haven't seen Nomadland, this moment might ruin it for you. / if you haven't read anything about Nomadland, this might ruin it for you. So you can stop watching / please don't. But yeah, it's amazing that those folks.
Oh, sorry.
It's not a spoiler if you read anything, but I'm the kind of person that loves watching things that I know nothing about.
That's
and
fair. No,
I specifically
didn't read anything either.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's amazing. I thought that for sure you had, but
I don't do that. I'm sorry.
I have several friends and a sibling that love to read everything about a film or a TV show before they watch it.
Oh, I specifically don't because it always ends up ruining it for me.
Yeah, same. I'm glad we're on the same page about that. So I have to say that I absolutely, I thought that Chloé Zhao, and who wrote the screenplay, adapted the screenplay from the book based on the life of Jessica Bruder, and then directed the piece as well. So the only character in it that is completely, I'll say, fictional is Frances McDormand's character of Fern. And it blew me away. And so it was one of those like long, it was a slow burn for me. It was a long journey. It was took a little bit to get there, but I really appreciated this film, and it was this weird character study that I didn't know I needed right now.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Sam, what did you think about it?
I didn't hate it. I did. So I did enjoy the movie, but there was something about it that just, I think it was more of from a technical standpoint. The parts where they have like montages and you get to see this beautiful scenery and you get to see all the people like just interacting with each other is really, really cool parts. And her journey in general, I really appreciated, and like the meaning behind all of that. But every time there was a conversation, I felt like it was, so it's a very slow-paced film, which
Oh,
I
yes.
love. I love slow-paced films. But I felt like they tried to speed it up during all of the dialogue. And it was really frustrating to me because
Within
things
the
that should have
scenes with
landed-
dialogue?
Yeah. Things that should have landed didn't land the way that I think they were supposed to, because
I
of
don't disagree.
of how they just kind of like there were parts where it just felt like they were shoving things in, and I get that, like, you don't want it to be even slower for people who don't appreciate slow paced films, but it almost made moments feel very contrived to me, and that completely removed me from stuff.
So yeah, wow. So do you really you felt like, oh, okay, no, no, okay, I'm gonna stop. I understand where you're coming from, but do you think these non-actors that played these characters,
They did amazing jobs. There was nothing wrong with their performance. I think it all has to come down to the editing, and I'm sure the editors are great. They did a really great job with the rest of the film, but just for the dialogue, it was really frustrating for me. So maybe that's super picky,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm a film snob for that.
Maybe.
But a lot of the dialogue just felt rushed and contrived, and it took me out of it. But I really appreciated like the themes and the fact that everyone had their own journey and there was no like deterring people from their own journey, and I really liked that, and I really appreciated the film. It wasn't my favorite because of that.
Interesting.
I'm a film snob.
Well, okay. So the thing is that I have to say that, I mean, I didn't study film. I studied theater, and what I loved is that this piece, I felt that it wallowed in things in a good way, where it's just like, it's like it sank down in the mud of this world and it just rolled around. And what's interesting is that you say that you felt that the dialogue was what the pace of the dialogue or the editing of the dialogue or was too fast. And I actually, when you say that, I don't disagree. And I wonder if that comes from having non-actors do a piece where you are kind of taking, I don't want to like minimize the work of Chloé Zhao, but
no, yeah.
Taking the best take that you got from amazing things. They're all amazing. But like knowing that you can't direct a person that you can't direct a 75-year-old person that's never done this before.
Yeah.
You can, and I'm sure she
but
did.
It's a different battle.
And you're going to receive lots of stuff, and you're going to put it away, and you're going to be like, look at all the stuff I got, which is the best stuff I got. And that's what they chose. And so I'm not.
And it's very, at that point, it's interesting because it's not like it's a documentary, but it, in some respects, maybe is more treated like a documentary in editing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm completely wrong about that, but
there were moments. I would say it was kind of like, no, you're right. You're probably right. You're probably right. It was treated like a documentary, and I kind of loved that. Have you ever seen Midnight Cowboy?
Yeah, I actually watched that because of you.
Right. It's my favorite movie. It's so slow. It is this slow, deliberate burn with like Dustin Hoffman like hopping around as a hot coal in there too. But like, because Ratso Rizzo is an amazing character. But like, to me, I am smitten with that sort of character study. It's why I love Harold and Maude. It's why I love Midnight Cowboy. It's actually why I love Moonlight Mile, which is a very different film and maybe not quite. You haven't seen that? Anyway, so but that's from 15, 20 years ago. Jake Gyllenhaal, Susan Sarandon, Dustin Hoffman, Ellen Pompeo. Fucking amazing. Sorry. Boop. So it's my third favorite film. And I just love these slow burn films. And I think this delivered for me. But I don't disagree, Sam, that I think that I actually would have enjoyed wallowing a bit more.
Yeah.
When it came to the dialogue.
I feel like most people would disagree with us on that. I feel like a lot of people don't like slow burn movies. I love slow burn. I love.
I do.
And
yeah.
There were moments in this film that were slow burn. But
oh yes. So y'all should absolutely check out Nomadland. You can rent a private screening at Midtown Cinema. You can of course, watch it at home, which is wonderful.
Your own opinion about this film. Because now that I might have slightly badmouthed it. I still liked it, but this is your chance to find out your opinion on
yes.
the film.
If you saw Nomadland, please tell us what you thought in the comments. We would love to hear your contributions. And we honestly, I'm glad that I brought you over to the side of the light.
What?
No, what I mean is that you did not love the film. You liked the film, and I'm glad that I'm bringing you this direction. I'm glad that I'm on this side of the fence. You're on that side of the fence. Anyway, so I'm going to stop talking about metaphors, and I'm going to move us on to our final. No.
Wait, we have to give fingers.
Wait.
Fingers, Stuart. Fingers.
We do. I keep forgetting those. Sam, how many fingers would you give this film?
I would give it 2.
I feel like having this several weeks in a row at this point, shows in a row, episodes in a row. I'm going to say it. I'm going to give it 3. I want more. I admit it.
It's okay.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
You are validated, Stuart.
All right. So I think that we need a red carpet update at this point. I feel so special with that one. Just like walking down the red carpet. So everybody, we are going to be doing a Oscar party. It's going to be virtual, and Sam and I are going to be hosting it. We're hoping to bring some other people in. We're going to be live from Midtown Cinema. We're very excited about a partnership that's forming there to help make that happen. And we are going to have kits, that swag bags that you can take home with you, with some delicious food and some awesome swag. That and so know that we have that upcoming, and it's going to be a great night. I am so looking forward to the Oscars. It's weird because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Oscars. I love an award show. But this specific year, I'm just so looking forward to connecting with our people, even if it's in a new way.
I'm excited to dress up.
I'm not excited for that. I really could wear pajamas. Just saying.
All right. Well, I'm going to wear a gown. Just gonna throw that out there. If anybody does want to dress up for this, we'll when we do our event, we're going to be soliciting pictures of people all dressed up and dolled up. So you don't have to dress up, but if you want to, you can.
Yes.
And show off yourself.
It could be you in a dress, in a gown. It could be you in a tux. It could be you in pajamas with a boa on. Mm-hmm. But know that we are going to want to see what you're wearing, who you're wearing.
All that.
All that. Indeed. Oh my gosh. I am so looking forward to April 25th. And I have to say, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of developments that can happen between now and then, or right after then at Midtown Cinema, because every single week we're loving having the private screenings, but pretty soon, I'm just saying, we're gonna have those.
Everybody's get their vaccinations, right? Are you getting?
Yes.
You getting your vaccination?
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. Oh yes, it's all about vaccinations, folks. Please get them. Get them now. Get them yesterday. Get them last month. Get them next month. But please get vaccinated, and so you can come back to the movies. I mean, we're not going to be checking cards. I don't know if we're going to be checking cards. I don't think we're going to be checking cards.
We have no idea what's happening.
Oh my gosh! I mean, who does? I feel like last month when we had that predictions, picture of that woman with the crystal from the movie The Crystal Ball from 1945, like that's none of us know shit, but Sam knows what she likes, and she I still Nomadland with a 2. I don't know if I can forgive you. It's okay, it's fine.
You know what, Stuart? One day you're gonna say a 2 from a 3 for me. That was English, and I'm gonna get mad at you, but I'm gonna forgive you because that's what friends do.
Okay, I forgive you. Weird. All right, so next week, I hope that you'll join us. We're going to be back on the 22nd with another episode. Next episode, I think we're going to be talking about Mank. And don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about Mank. And I'm looking forward to that. I am also, please go to midtowncinema.com for all the information, all the love, all the things. You can get a private rental. You can check out our virtual cinema and check out a slew of amazing films, including a new movie I think it's called Stray, and it looks so good. About stray dogs. Yeah, about dogs in the Middle East. And so, anyway. We thank you, Sam, for a great night. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Stuart.
Oh my gosh! So next week,
I don't have any more. I'm all done.
More magic, more movies, more scotch. Sam's gonna have a heavier pour next week.
Raise your glass and kick some ass.